Hello people and welcome back to my channel. Not a Master Gamer here, and today I'm going to be going over Game of Thrones. I'm going to be talking about the previous season we just had, Season 7, and my predictions for Season 8. So let's get into it. I love Game of Thrones, but there are problems nowadays. As in, last season we only got 8 episodes. I was very mad about that. And yes, they had the last episode longer than usual, but it wasn't long enough for me to be enthralled. So that angered me. And next season, we're only meant to get, I think it was 6 episodes, if I remember correctly. But there's an even bigger problem that we're struck with nowadays. Because the amount of press and us, as a Game of Thrones community, that want to know what's happening. Game of Thrones is now having to make multiple storylines that aren't going to happen to throw us off and to throw the press off, which is terrible that they're having to do that. And it also cuts into us. Like, they have to use their special effects budget and all their budgets. Like, they have to probably pay several $1 million to make these fake episodes that we're never going to get to see. So, this is the last season of Game of Thrones, which is terrible, as I love Game of Thrones and I want it to continue forever. And so I want to get as much of it as possible. So my one hope is that they release all the extra footage. I'm going to now answer some questions. Who do I think is going to be on the throne? George R.R. Martin said that it'll be a bittersweet ending, and he's already given the producers and directors of Game of Thrones the ending that he wanted, but he did that a while ago, so that will have changed. So we're all wondering what the bittersweet ending will be, and I've heard so many theories. I've heard that Bran is going to become the Night King, which is at the moment probably the most probable theory, as Bran is getting really crazy. I've heard Jon Snow is going to become the Night King. I've heard the Night King's going to win, the Night King's going to lose. There are so many theories. So I really don't know. I'm hoping that Daenerys ends up on the throne, because I do love Daenerys, but I also love Jon. And even though I know it's an incestual relationship, as Jon is Rhaegar Targaryen's son and Daenerys is Rhaegar Targaryen's sister, I want them to continue. That may sound very weird, but yeah, I want them to continue the incest, and I want them to be together on the throne. I reckon that the bittersweet ending will probably be all the main characters dying. Probably the theory that I believe the most is the novel theory, and it's based around Sam writing a book about what's happening, which I think is a very cool ending, and it would be very bittersweet, but I think it'd be good. Who is my favourite side? My favourite side is probably the Daenerys Jon Snow alliance, but I'm really keen to see what Jaime and Tyrion do, because Tyrion and Jaime both see a lot of loyalties for each other. Okay, question 3. Where is Jaime gonna go? I reckon Jaime is going to either head down to Winterfell, or he's going to head to somewhere else where he feels safe. Bronn. We don't know what's happening to Bronn. He's still in King's Landing as much as we know, I'm pretty sure. Who is my favourite character? Favourite character-wise, I'm pretty chill. I like a lot of characters. Probably my favourite character would be Brienne of Tarth. And I also do like Clegane. I'm looking forward to Clegane Ball. That is on. I don't care what anyone says. That is happening. And if it doesn't happen, they've let me down. They have let me down. So now I want to talk about what I think is going to happen in the next season. I'm very intrigued to see what's going to happen. As we saw the Night King riding Rhaegar, as we see the Night King riding Viserys as a White Walker dragon, and his army of whites are now coming into King's Landing. And it's going to be a very interesting battle. I'm really interested to see whether they do a time jump, as in 2 years or something, and it's mid-battle, or whether they just do it straight away. I hope they do it straight away. But it's going to be interesting, because the first place is around Winterfell, which is pretty... all of my favourite characters are there, and I want the Starks to win. I'm part of that community. Even though there are Lannister fans, I know that for a fact. I want the Starks to win. So yeah, I reckon the White Walkers are going to hit Winterfell. I believe that Winterfell's going to fall, but I believe that they're not going to kill everyone. I sadly believe that either Arya or Sansa is going to have to die. Yeah, it's going to happen. I think it'll probably be Sansa, if anyone, because Arya's mid-plot, I believe. Like, we're just seeing her potential. She's not used her Faceless Man abilities and stuff. And there are a lot of theories about Arya at the moment, and there are several that I think are plausible. Like, Game of Thrones logic is that if you don't see a character die, then they're not dead. and we did not see Sirio Farrell die, and so I'm really hoping, I don't know if I believe it quite, and I'm really hoping he's still alive somewhere in the Game of Thrones universe, or that he was one of the Faceless Men. I'm hoping that they're going to meet up again. Either way, Arya still got her list, and so I hope she survives. Sansa, I've never loved Sansa, I'm sorry. Yeah. I've never been a Sansa fan, to be honest. I mean, she's cool. I like her character, but I've never been a fan. And so I reckon that she'll probably die. Not just because I'm not a fan, just because her storyline's dry. She's got nothing else to do. Like, no, there's no more plot for her to be. Like, you've got people in Winterfell. She's gone. There's no need for her. Bran, I reckon Bran's going to be probably the key point in the ending. He will be full on. Like, he'll be the ending. Jon Snow will probably survive. I imagine he'll either survive or he'll die bittersweetly. I think Jon Snow is definitely safe for the first few episodes. I can't speak for Sansa, but Jon Snow is definitely safe for the first few episodes. Daenerys. I reckon Daenerys is probably safe for the first few episodes too. I mean, Daenerys, Jon, Cersei are the three main powers that are fighting, and then the Night King is coming in them. I don't think they want to kill any of those three main powers in the first few episodes, but they do have to wrap up storylines, and so that's why I think a lot of other characters are going to die very soon. Like, I reckon the Hound is going to die very soon. I reckon Drora is probably going to die, I reckon. I mean, I love him. Great guy, but he's probably going to die. Interested to see whether we get to see Dario Naharis again. A theory I had the other night, though, everyone's going to go to Essos and places like, and meet up with Dario. I mean, like, sup, Dario? Hey, you want to be BFFs and we'll fight the Night King in the warmth? Stuff you, Night King. But I don't know. What about Cersei? Cersei, I think, is an interesting one, because she has become the Mad Queen. She is the Mad King's Mad Queen. Like, I reckon that it would be a really, really cool way for her if she could die the same way. And we know from the prophecy by that lady that she is going to die by brother or a sister. So there are three possibilities of people that can kill her. You might be saying, but Theo, she only has two brothers. Yes, she does only have two brothers. But we know a few other people that can take a brother's face. So I reckon it's possible that Arya could also kill Cersei with Jaime or Tyrion's face. I reckon it'd be Jaime, because I think Arya's pretty chill with Tyrion. I don't think Arya's got anything against Tyrion, and Sansa's definitely not got anything against Tyrion. Tyrion's just an overall lovable guy. No one's got anything against Tyrion, and I think that's why they'll kill him off, sadly. I reckon that Cersei will probably die from Arya killing him with the face of Jaime, which also means Jaime has to die, but I mean, you know, love you, Jaime, but I mean, I love Jaime, but I also think that he's got to go eventually. If they kill Brienne, I'll be pissed. I want Brienne to be fighting till the very, very end. We don't know where Brienne is now. We can assume that she's on the boat back with Jon at the incest party, but we don't fully know. She could still be in King's Landing for all we know. I think it was good that Littlefinger finally got his justice, especially by the blade that he used to start the Game of Thrones, as he hired the mercenary to kill Bran, and then that started the Game of Thrones. Yeah, he was out for himself, and I liked Littlefinger at the start, but then I never liked Littlefinger. It was always between Littlefinger or Varys. In different seasons, I liked them both for different things, but I think for the past probably 3 seasons, I've been a Varys fan, which is understandable. Littlefinger's not done terribly well, and I thought his death was good and bad. Good in terms that he finally made his maker, and it was good because they killed one of the main characters. Like, he's probably one of the most main characters that have been killed, because it hasn't happened in the first few seasons. You kind of like assume it's going to have a stick cast. It's good that they ended the notion. But I think Varys has definitely been better than Littlefinger's plotline. Like, Varys has been doing very well. And I love Varys and Tyrion. I don't want Varys to die. He is also up there for me. He's one of the better characters. But yeah, so it was good that Littlefinger made his maker. I'm going to make more videos on this. This is just a really short update video, as I'm trying to get more videos on this channel. If you like this video, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe. If you have any theories about Game of Thrones or any other geek stuff you want me to do, let me know in the comments, as that's the way I can interact with you. Whether you want to see my face in these videos, or whether you like the slideshow thing I've been doing, I don't know. I'm just doing the things, and I'm relaying theories I hear around. So I'm not the original creator of any of these theories, maybe on the exception of one. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you feel like it. I'll be doing Game of Thrones videos quite regularly, with any new theories I come up with or I hear. I'll probably be every few weeks. So if you like Game of Thrones, definitely subscribe. I also do a lot of other geek content that's going to be coming out. I'm going to be doing regular Rick and Morty videos about Easter eggs and theories. I'm going to be doing probably a bunch of other Easter egg videos. Just anything you want, I'm going to be doing. And I'm also considering starting a show. I will release the name soon. I just filmed one of the episodes the other day, but I wasn't happy with it, sadly. And as it's a news show, all the news is now old, so I have deleted all the filming work I did. So that was 3 hours in the drain. But if you want to see that, leave a like, tell me in the comments. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.